All right, so we're doing a reading for the Aquarius Collective. This will be a message from Spirit to all Aquarius, January 20, right up to February the 18th. Wow. So we have Judgment and the Eight of Wands. This is the Eight of Wands is Mercury in Sagittarius. Judgment is a card of Scorpio. There is a very, I think, spiritual message that you're trying to get across to someone. There is a lot about sound here, and I'm thinking about this card actually. The Hebrew, it's related to the Hebrew letter Shin, and that is actually in the Hebrew word for God is Yod, Hey, Shin, Vav, Hey. Shin is right in the middle of that, and it actually relates, this card, you'll see the horn, right? And, you know, I often say that that's Archangel Gabriel blasting the horn of the esoteric. You could be trying to get a spiritual message across to somebody. Anyway, that Hebrew letter is related to one of the Vedas. The Vedas, I mean, they are the oldest religious texts in the world. Most of them, well, they are in Hindu. I mean, this would date around 1500 BCE, Anno Mundi, during the time, I mean, this is prior to Jesus of Nazareth being born. The reason why, one of these texts, it relates to this card, I think it's called the Rig Veda. Anyway, it's all hymns, it's all song, it's all sound, there are no words. The Vedics, it used to say through sound, the word stands. You may be hearing music, or trying to get a message across through music, or somebody may be trying to communicate to you through music, but there is a desire here to communicate something spiritual. And it could be through music. I feel like somebody is just frustrated and is doing everything that they can to get a spiritual message across to somebody. Maybe you're wanting somebody to turn spiritual. And in fact, the word shin also means to turn around. It's a 360-degree turn. You'll notice that this, people often say about this card, if people would just turn around, and look at their behavior, and there is a mirror image of, I just noticed the screen is a little tiny bit hazy there, guys. Hang on. Hopefully that's a little bit better. All right, let's continue. So you could be trying to get a spiritual message across to someone. Show me more. Yeah. Could be to a young person. I'm seeing an opportunity that somebody has. You could be giving them one last opportunity. Provided that they hear a spiritual message, something like that. Show me more. Yeah, wow, is this ever a story coming through? This is the person that I think you're trying to communicate this to, or to whom you're trying to communicate the message. Yeah, and you're doing it in a spiritual way. I mean, the High Priestess does not speak. So you could be actually using music, or music may be an important form of communication here. You may have to communicate with someone without speaking. for some reason, this person, you may not be able to actually contact them the normal way. All right, let's keep going. Wow. We do have Virgo and Cancer, by the way, on the board right now. This is Mercury in Virgo, and I mean, Mercury is the planet of communication. You know, you could be communicating with somebody who has passed. It could be a spiritual message that's coming through right now. It could be a child that's passed, or somebody that died when they were young because of that page. This checkered portion of this card is a portal to another dimension. And of course, as we know, the High Priestess, I mean, she is holding the Akashic records. She is the other dimension. She holds all of the knowledge that ever was, all that is, and all that will be. As you know, she's sitting between the two pillars that are supposed to be, the pillars that flanked the original temple in Jerusalem. There are buildings there. You might actually be building something. I was reading today, regarding the building of the temple. I was reading about the Testament of Solomon, which is all about how difficult it was to build this, because there was so much resistance from all of the clergy and the priests in Jerusalem at the time. Poor old Solomon had a difficult time, but he was given a key, apparently. They say by one of the archangels. It's a very spiritual message here. Let's keep going. Boy, this really wants to come out, and here you are, Aquarius. Here you are. I think I'm just seeing pushing the boundaries. As they say about this ledge, there is always room for another step. To take another step, I do believe that you're pushing the boundaries. Again, we have Mercury in Virgo. I mean, this card, it is about commitment, marriage, generations, but it is about a beginning and an ending. The child there is touching the tail of the dog. This man who, we say in tarot that anyone with a white beard, is sort of like God. He's touching the head of the dog. We do have the Fool, which is the beginning and the ending. It's Alpha and Omega. It often, it's what is required to begin life, to bring anything into physical manifestation. We could be talking about the beginning of a life, or you could be communicating with someone who is not in this physical realm right now, the one that we are in. You could be on a very significant spiritual journey, and you're pushing the boundaries of that. I mean, just look at how easily these splits are coming out. You could be at a pause right now. At a pause. I feel, Aquarius, like this is another person. I feel like this is you. This is another person. You, I think, want to move forward and push the boundaries, and you're fearless. This other person is not moving. It could be an earth sign. This person, is sort of has no faith, because, the original meaning of this card was that it's someone who is waiting to harvest, but they're looking, they're a little too anxious because the harvest isn't ready. And so they're actually thinking about moving on, even though if they waited a little while longer, it would be ready. I think, if this is to you a love reading, it could very well be that you're just not going to wait any longer. That this person is refusing to push the boundaries with you, is refusing to move forward with you in the relationship, is saying, oh, just wait a little while longer, just a little while longer, just wait. I think we've all heard that. Well, maybe not, but, I certainly have. And the problem was the person wasn't, in my case, they weren't being genuine. It was sort of a ploy, I think, anyway. But so with this person, if this is the person you're dealing with, they could be telling you, I just need some more time. And you're wanting them to push the boundaries, Let's just see what's next. So Taurus could be relevant. That's Saturn in Taurus, okay? Oh, yes, we can. Okay, could be a Pisces. All right. I think that this is definitely not you. This is somebody who is not saying anything. They're very emotional. Yeah, I think this person has made you wait. And they're not saying something that should be said. They have so much love for you. Look at that giant cup of love. And, do you see their foot, how it's just coming out over that, a little slate thing? But it's not, they want to step forward, but they haven't stepped forward, And we don't know, there's some missing information here. It's what this person is not saying, And they've been saying, just wait a little while longer, Yeah, that's what they're not saying. I believe that, they're telling you to wait. Just wait a little while longer, wait a little, I'm not ready. But here's the thing, here's the problem. I believe that they're already committed to something or someone, so they probably never had any intention of committing because this person is already there. This is what they're not saying. Then so they shouldn't be keeping you stuck, It's at your cost. It's at your cost. Show me more, please. Yeah, she's the secret. She's what's not being spoken about, I feel like and I feel like I feel like this is you, Aqua. This is what we call the karmic. I know that normally I don't like that word, but you know what? Today I'm going to use it. And remember that the high priestess is on the first level of the tree of life. The empress is below her. Do you see all of the blue, all the spirit in this woman's? Do you see that dress there, this bottom part of it that's flowing down? Well, guess where this karmic high priestess, they say she nourishes everything on the earth. Yes, she does. She rules the inferior Garden of Eden. Do you see this blue here? That's where the high priestess gets her water. That's where the empress gets her water, this empress. And this blue came from this person, okay? So without the high priestess, the empress cannot survive. Okay, what do we have next? Wow. Your person feels very, very guilty, very bad. about this secret that they've kept, and so they should. This is Mars in Scorpio, so Scorpio could be important. We also have Cancer on the board. I forgot to say that the Empress is Taurus and Libra, okay? You know, they say about this card, you'll hear a lot of people saying, why doesn't he just turn around and pick up the 2 cups? Why it's important that he stands there and takes responsibility. It's important that he looks and focuses on this hindsight so that in the future this person doesn't do it again, but I don't think you're going to give him another chance. What do we have next, please? Yeah. You know, this secret about the Empress, this person may have been trying to block from you for a very long period of time. It may have been going on for a long period of time. This is why this person should, you know, take some responsibility for what they've done, for the time that you spent. Yeah. Time that they took from you. They stole it. Stole your time. You know, that's as bad as any theft. Show me more. Yeah. And I think you've just discovered this, okay? I think you've just discovered what's going on, what has been happening. You know, it requires a great deal of stealth to be able to do. This person gets away with it. You know, so this person got away with this for a very long period of time. But I feel like this is communication coming into them. What communication is coming into them? This, whatever this is. That it's over. That it's over. And this is communication from you. That it's just over, you know. And this person that you are dealing with, they might have been a bit ruthless. You know, they might be begging you, don't let it be over, you know. This king, you know, if you know the story of this card, and I won't retell it because it's a long story, but he did some terrible things. He was a French king. He ordered some of the Knights Templar to be rounded up and tortured. And they were accused of terrible things that weren't true. They were tortured, and some of them were made to confess, you know, things that weren't true. Feeling like we're nearing the end of the message. I think that what's happening here, obviously, this is the 6 of Swords, Aqua, so this is one of your cards. It's Mercury in Aquarius. Information is easily communicated with this type of, you know, when Mercury's in Aqua. I think you're finding it easy to communicate that it's over. I think we're nearing the end of the message. Spirit, what do we have for Aquarius here? Make sure we get the right card. We have one. Do you see this other split? Hopefully I can get it right. Yes, I did. Well, this is interesting. This is interesting. So for the Empress, we've got the Empress and the Death card and your 6 of Swords. You know what's interesting is, do you remember how we were looking at how I thought of you as the High Priestess, you know, nourishing the Empress? I can't help but think that your energy was nourishing your person, and it was also, you know, in an indirect way, even though you didn't know it, nourishing her. It's like when you leave, everything dies, you know. And perhaps your person is just getting this now, you know. You were the source of all this wonderful, beautiful energy. We've got two more splits here. This is really interesting. Yeah. And now this person, unbelievably, is going to want you to, is actually probably going to be asking you, for another go, another round. Do I have, Aqua, are you up for another round? Seriously, it looks like that's what he's about to do. And obviously, you're thinking about all the time that he blocked from your vision, this person. I believe your answer is going to be absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah. I think this is the end of the message here. Because, you could have been the Empress, or you could have been their Emperor. Could they not see your worth? That's Venus in Virgo, by the way. But I believe that you're represented by this character here. You see, you don't need anybody, You, in fact, this character here is, I call this person the it girl. This person thrives. They make their own money. They could be rich. They could be, not so rich. But the thing is, they have enough. And then a little bit more, or a lot more. People love being around this person. They really do. I think we're going to get one more split. I mean, there is no comparison here, Also, I wanted to say one thing about the Empress. She does need her Emperor. They say that without him, her gardens grow weedy. Yours do not, Yeah, I think this is the end of we might even get one more after this. Clearly, there's a victory here for you. And, these are two very compatible cards because this person is very admired by many. And I think that this just represents the energy that you have around you. People admire you. This person likes to be single. The admiration. Even the horse, is happy that this person is riding them. I feel like before, you were one of these people admiring your person, and now you're this person being admired, A Leo could be important now in a Virgo. Yeah. And I feel like this person is now one of these people, admiring you, and all that you've accomplished. I'm wondering why the heck didn't I pick Aqua, Yeah. This person is karmic. What do we mean by that? Well, somebody who uses, fear-based thinking and gossips. We all call certain things karmic, somebody who, wants to turn back time and wants you to come back, and all that kind of energy. Regret, regret because they didn't push the boundaries. They didn't push the boundaries with you like you wanted them to. Yeah. Oh. I see the message here. I believe, out with the old, in with the new. I see another person coming in. It could be a Gemini, could be another Aqua, could be a Libra. Show me more. Spirit has something to say at the end. Get another split. Show me. Did you just see the card of Gemini there? I did. Wow. Wow. Aquarius. Yeah, I think that you've got somebody really cool coming in. I mean, it could easily be a Gemini or a Virgo or a Leo, but this person is going to be interesting. This person you know, might be a good, you know, speaker. They might be brilliant with speech. They might be spiritual. As you know, this magician card is fashioned after Hermes, Trismegistus, who we don't really know who he was. We just know that he was he lived in Egypt, in ancient Egypt, and he was just fantastic. He wrote a magic book of spells that we believe was translated from ancient Greek into Arabic, and some of it still exists today. He was very spiritual. They say that he was a contemporary of Moses. I think, Aqua, you're going to meet somebody just incredible. So look out for that. You know, here we have the energies of passion, of healing, of health, you know, and freedom, which is so important to you guys. And this person is very independent, and they are not married. All right, Aquarius, thank you so much. Let me know if any of it resonates.